Hi everybody, the Casual Movie Guy back here, time for my next installment of Walking Dead Wednesdays. This is on Season 5, Episode 11, titled The Distance. So, after last week's pretty disappointing episode, I was really hoping that they really picked it up again because I enjoyed the season premiere. So I was really excited for last week's episode, but was kind of let down. Now, for this episode, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good episode. It had a good mix of slow scenes and fast scenes. Let's get into this action scenes, though, because they were awesome this week. You had probably the zombie kill of the season so far, with Rick shooting the one in the head with the flare. If you don't know what I mean by that, it was the scene after they'd gotten out of the car at nighttime, and Rick had the flare gun that he had from Aaron's pack, and he shot a zombie right in the face, and the zombie's face started glowing and sparking everywhere, and that was just really awesome. And also, you had a really cool scene with the car, and you had Glenn just step on the gas, and he's just plowing through zombies. They're flying left and right. He's just running them over like it's his business, and that was awesome. And I know I'm a huge guy of character development and stuff. I'm always talking about it. You guys may get tired of me talking about it. It's because it's just character development for me. But in a show like this, you need some cool action scenes like that. You need scenes that, just get your blood pumping, and you're like, man, that was just freaking awesome. And this episode had that. I really loved that car scene. It was just cool. Just seeing zombies getting run over and blood splatting everywhere. That was just really cool to see. Other than that, there was character development. I'm really liking Michonne so far because she's the only one who stands up to Rick. Everyone else kind of just follows Rick at this point, and Rick's a great leader in my eyes. I think he does a really good job with what he has, but nobody ever really stands up to him. And this Michonne is telling him what's up. She is done. She is tired at this point. She's telling him, Rick, we gotta stop. We gotta find somewhere. All right, even if it means dying. This may be another terminus, but we have to give it a shot, because if we don't, we're going to die anyway. So it's either die now or die tomorrow. At least if we try this, there's a chance that it might work out. If not, we're going to die soon anyway. And I really like that, because she's right. She's telling Rick what's up, and that's really cool to see, because you never get to see someone stand up to Rick. Now, other than that, we saw the introduction of Aaron and Eric, who are quite possibly the only two gay lovers in the entire series, with the exception of Tara, but she kind of lost her lover back in, season 4. But that's another thing. Where the hell's Tara? I've seen little bits and pieces of her, but ever since the season premiere, I've hardly seen any of her. I don't even think I've heard her talk once, which is kind of stupid, because I was kind of liking her character. I thought she was cool, she was interesting, but they're not really showing her. That was just a little side note. Now, as far as the entire episode goes, I think it was a really good episode. So far, this season is just strong. It is awesome. There's just a good mix of everything. It's not like season 4, where the first half of season 4 was really cool and interesting, and then the second half was slow and boring. This season has a good mix of action, character development, and all around just good storytelling. And it is a lot different than the comic books, which I really enjoyed. Which they said that this season would be the most closely related to the comic books, and I definitely see a lot of comparisons, but it's still its own thing. It's not going by the note with the comic book, which is good, because as a person who reads them, I was debating whether or not to read the comics, because I didn't want it to spoil the show, and it does in a way, because last week it would have been cool to be like, oh, who's Aaron, but I already knew because I read the comic books. So that was kind of, it wasn't a big deal for me, but a lot of other people who don't read the comic books was like trying to figure out if he was bad or good, and I was just kind of sitting back laughing like, I know what's going on. But if the comic books are definitely a good read, and at this point, the show and the comic books, yes, they have a lot of the same characters and a lot of the same events, but they are their own separate things, and that's really cool to see. But, seeing some comic book type scenes thrown into the Walking Dead TV show is really cool. I enjoy that a lot, as it kind of pays homage to its source material. Also, we get to see the first kind of look at the Alexandria Safe Zone, and I am so stoked. And everybody who reads the comic books, even if you don't, you gotta have some kind of idea at this point. This is going to be the most pivotal and important place that the survivors ever reach. I'm telling you guys that now. I'm trying to not spoil anything, but this place is very important. It plays a huge role in the rest of the series, and I am so excited to see some of the characters that we'll meet in there. And next week's episode may be one of the best in the series, because you're gonna meet so many cool characters. You're gonna it's just gonna be awesome to try to see Rick's group adjust to a life like this, and I guarantee you guys, you will love it. But back to this episode, like I said, amazing zombie kills, good character development, good storytelling. It had everything, and I'm gonna give this episode an A. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. Some people I talked to, they didn't think it was that good, but I personally, I thought it was awesome. I don't think there's anything else to say today. If you want to hear more from me, you should definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm the Casual Movie Guy, and I'm out.